Hey guys, welcome back to another action figure review. Today we're taking a look at the DC Multiverse Swamp Thing by McFarlane Toys. The back of the package has a picture of the figure itself, along with a few other small pictures of other figures from the same wave. And on the side we have the figure's name and the series this version is from. Removing the large figure is easy, just like all other McFarlane releases. But in order to get the collectible card and stand out, you will have to tear open the plastic. Swamp Thing was formerly a scientist known as Alec Holland, who was working on creating a secret formula to solve any food shortage problems by rapidly growing plants. While working on the formula, thugs hired by an evil organization attacked Alec and planted a bomb to destroy the laboratory. As he tried to escape, the bombs exploded, covering Alec in his own formula and in flames. On fire, he ran into a nearby swamp where his mind and memories merged with the swamp, emerging as the creature, the Swamp Thing. He now has total control over all plant life, able to command plants to grow, attack for him, astral project himself into any plant, make clones of himself, resurrect himself, and is near immortal as long as there is some plant life in the universe. Let's take a look at the details. Swamp Thing's head is covered in a ton of tiny leafy details. The bright red eyes stand out from the dark shadows around them, with the large hole where his nose should be. The expression on his face is sculpted in an angry snarl, with a bit of teeth showing. More details like plant veins, small bumps, and wrinkles in the sculpting cover the head, with a few leaves starting to grow out of the top. Multiple layers of leaves and foliage are stacked on top of each other on the chest. Large twisting vines and a sponge-like plant matter form a skeletal-like rib cage over the chest. On the back we have small flowers randomly placed around the back, with more large leaves and vines, with a large section of leaves lightly brushed with a lighter color of paint here. The right shoulder has blades of leaves covering up the arm, with more smaller vines detailing the biceps. The left shoulder has less of the plant armor, with just a bare leafy arm. Sharp claws and vines extend out of the right arm, forming a human-like hand, while the left hand has a few more vines reaching out, with its claws in gripping form. The waist of the creature has more fine plant detailing in the sculpting, with the lighter wash over the area. We have a more rough tree bark look in the backside of the figure. More of that large leafed armor covers the side of the thigh, with large vines and plant matter merging together, forming a muscular look. Thick sections of vines make up the muscles in the legs, covered by more of that leafy plant. We wrap up the details with the figure with the feet. Large globs of plant matter form a stubby foot, with large vines spilling everywhere. Let's take a look at the articulation. We have a ball jointed head. It's actually on a double ball joint, so it can be shifted back to look straight. Shoulders that rotate and bend up and down, with the leafy shoulder armor made of a soft plastic moving out of the way. A rotating bicep. Elbows that bend inward and not backwards due to the sculpting, with rotation at the joint. Hands that bend forward and back, with soft plastic plants that get out of the way that fully rotates. A ball joint at the chest, with most of the body hindering the range. A ball joint at the waist, letting it bend all around. The armor here is also made of a soft plastic. Legs that open with great range and bend forward and back, with not much rotation in the thigh. Double jointed knees that bend backward, and we can notice here that we do not have any other leg rotation. Ankles that bend up and down and rotate, and a toe that bends upward. We get an alternate spiked claw that replaces any of the hands. With larger figures, you definitely want to loosen up the large joints with hot air or water. After popping it out, you can easily peg the claw into the socket. Most promotional images show the claw going into the left arm, but it can be placed on either. We get a collectible card with the artwork on the box on the card, with some information on the character on the back. And we get the standard McFarlane stand with the DC logo on it. McFarlane Swamp Thing is classified as a mega fig, matching the size and scale of other 7-inch McFarlane figures. The figure reaches around 11.5 inches standing straight up, almost doubling the size of other figures. Here I've compared him to other figures to get a better idea of the scale. McFarlane knocks out another great figure. The massive size of the Swamp Thing is really underestimated in images online or even in the box it comes with. He's one of the largest figures in my collection. The weight of the figure feels good in your hands, and he's not top heavy in any way, able to stand up fine on his own and dynamic poses. The joints are large and heavily ratcheted, making loud clicks whenever you articulate the figure. Overall, you can really feel the quality in the figure. For the accessories, we get the standard collectible card and stand, and an alternate hand in the form of a giant claw. As the joints are large, it's definitely a good precaution to heat up the joints before doing any pulling apart, as these larger joints require more force to pull out. As for the paint, there actually is a dark wash and highlights painted on the figure. While to the human eye and in some photos it looks like a solid color, close-ups will reveal the layer of highlighting on the leaves and a few splashes of dark wash on the body. I just wish they were more noticeable because even at a short distance, the figure comes out looking like a solid color. The detailing from McFarlane is amazing on this figure. They really have the sculpting details down to perfection. Even if you're not into the superhero aspect of the character, this makes an amazing earth or plant element figure for any fantasy collection or even just a regular monster figure. Figures like this don't appear very often, and he's just a cool figure to pick up and add to any collection. The size alone will make him stand out, and you might even have a hard time finding a place for him to fit. You should also be careful ordering them online, as you can receive the Platinum Edition that comes unpainted. There is also an exclusive variant with horns attached to the head, so be sure to keep an eye out at the shop. Alright guys, that's it for this review. More reviews are coming up soon, so check out my other videos or leave a comment while you wait.